Well, we could talk about the Royal Institute of British Architects Sterling Prize, but let's talk song. I was scrolling through the Billboard Global 200 and came across something called Back to Friends by an artist called Sombr. Then I went to Apple Music and I found a really curious genre, which is indie rock. I like very much. I'm really interested in finding out how a song from the 27th of December 2024 can make it to 9th place in the global Billboard 200 with an indie rock song. And I really want to know what the secret juice in terms of songwriting is, if there is any. So without further ado, let's get going. Step 1, find the tonal center of the key. Sorry, you were not able to see my keyboard. Now it should be it. The key seems to be F sharp major, which is my favorite key. Might be one of the reasons why it's such a successful song. Step 2, find the chord progression. So, 1, 6 minor, 3 minor, and 5, okay? I had to think a little bit because it's not a very usual key. The tuning is a bit off. I hope you don't mind. I think it's a bit lower in terms of tuning. Maybe I can change this in my DAW. Maybe I can tell him to do this and to keep this. No, unfortunately. Maybe here. Let's try this. Better now. I'm on 435 Hertz now, if you are interested. And new chord progression the second time around. So, sorry, again, I haven't shown you the keyboard. So they changed the order of the last two chords, and at the same time they voice it so weirdly that we have got 9ths and 11ths and 13ths all over the place. So we have got certainly the major 7, which makes sense because this is the second key chord of the song. sus2. Going back to this here. This time the root note. Interesting already. The melody is interesting. It's an arpeggio, but not the arpeggio for the chord. Right? The chord is F sharp major. The thing that he sings on top is a D, or C sharp, I should say, C sharp major arpeggio. And this creates beautiful flavor, right? Introducing the major 7 and the 9 into the melody. Okay, so we've got an overall range of a fifth. Okay, this is the lowest melody note, this is the highest melody note. We've got this and then we've got interesting. Same melodic idea, different lyrics. And the same reharm choice that they had in the intro, where the 3rd and the 4th chord switch positions. Lyrics, X, B, or XA, I should say, XA, XA rhyming pattern with touch my body tender, 'cause the feeling makes me weak, kicking off the covers. I see the ceiling while you're looking down at me. Especially with the last line, we can see that this songwriter, and when I say songwriter, I mean Shane Booz, is aware of internal rhymes and soundscapes where he has got E sounds all over the place. I see the ceiling while you're looking at me, right? So good lyric writing, aware of internal structures. I like. And now, is that the chorus? Because it says back to friends. Not very hooky and not very clear in terms of harmony-melody relationship. So we have this thing that we know from before. Let's look at the melody. Were we in the key of C sharp major or D flat major, depending on enharmonic equivalence, all the way through? And is it in fact? Because now it sounds like a 4, 4, 2 minor, 1, 6 minor thing to me. Interesting. Repeating of all the ideas. And I'm getting more convinced that this is a 4. Because this here certainly sounds like home now. Interesting. Second verse with that. Did we have... Yes, I think it's Touch My Body Tender is the same idea. Touch my body tender. And this becomes... It was last December. This might also be the arpeggiated 1 chord. Interesting. December, remember, cliche rhymes, but at the same time relatively cool. They break the rhyming pattern though. They had X, A in verse number 1 and now they have A, B. They add a 5th line with the didn't want you to move your head. I was scared to take a breath is the rhyme that completes this chest idea. And then we have got another rhyme line, didn't want you to move your head, that at the same time serves as a transitional idea to the chorus. And he really highlights the D flat thing. So I'm convinced now that we were in the key of D flat all along. I haven't talked about harmonic rhythm in chorus number 1. They've got this striking anticipation of the second bar, right? Both in the melody and in the harmony. So we've got this right? Where we've got right? Where the chord changes and the melody comes before the actual downbeat, creating a hook in itself. Interesting primary bridge. Let's find the chords. Two minor, 2 minor, 6 minor, 1. Melody is The Devil in Your Eyes. Root note of the chord to the minor 3 of the chord Bum. Ba-dum, bum. So it's basically root notes all the way through. There he goes to the minor 3 for a short time, but then he goes back to right? Really following the movement of the bass of the root notes of the chord. Same chords in the second half of the primary bridge, certain melodic variations where we bring back things but also invent new stuff. Going back to the E flat idea. This is certainly familiar. Tight while you let go with the root notes. Drifting away as a melody idea. Interesting. After this casual drift, they've got really cool tiny harmonic ideas. I think the second chord is really exciting. I can't really spot it. I don't know. I want to say that there is something with an F, but I don't know. Certainly they go back to the 2 minor after that. And then they include this beautiful secondary dominant. This is the 3 major chord that normally would take us back to the 6 minor. That also was a prominent feature of the song before. Instead, we go to the last chorus that starts on the 4 again, so takes us up a whole half step, sorry. Really, really good hook. Beautifully harmonized. I keep forgetting the anticipations. And it's a mantra at the end of the song. Repeating the hook is always a very, very good idea, especially if the hook is as strong as this one. And a fade out at the end. So this was Back to Friends by Sombr. And I'm sure we can take away valuable songwriting learnings. Songwriting learning number 1 is a tiny trick that you can apply if you want to place the chorus directly after your verse, which is to create a transitional line in the melody, something that they didn't do in the first verse, but they certainly did in the second verse. Listen to how he transitions with this 5th line into the chorus. Right? Didn't want you to move your head. And then, of course, the melody starts while he's doing that crazy falsetto thingy. So it doesn't have to be a new section that you use between the verse and the chorus. Sometimes a tiny line can provide the transition that you needed. Songwriting learning number 2 is a lyric writing tip, something that we've seen with the great songwriters of the present day. This is awareness of your internal rhymes and structures within the lyrical lines. He does that perfectly in the first verse where he says, touch my body tender because the feeling makes me weak. So already establishing that E prominence in the sound, and this he takes to another level when he says, kicking off the covers, I see the ceiling while you're looking down at me. So we see clearly that he... Okay, I must stop this. We can clearly notice that he has noticed and that he applies this consciously, and this is something that you definitely can do with your own songs as well. And songwriting learning number 3, it's a very obvious thing, but it's a super good idea to repeat your chorus hooks like crazy, especially if you have a fade out type of ending of your song. And within 3 minutes and 19 seconds, he managed to put in this how can we go back to being friends quite a bit. Let's count this for a second. It's 1, and of course the variation with how can you look at me and pretend. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 times is quite a good number for the hook representation, so this is something that you should definitely be aware of when writing songs and when bringing back hooks. And this was my live reaction and on-the-fly analysis of Sombr's Back to Friends. If you liked my reaction video to it, please make sure to give me the thumbs up, to subscribe to the Let's Talk Song channel if you haven't yet, and to leave friendly comments. Please also consider becoming a paying member of this channel in order to get early access to the videos and other exclusive material. Please also visit me on Linktree, link in description, if you want to get more resources like the almost but not quite complete guide to songwriting, if you want to take your songwriting to the next level, or affiliate links, or my Patreon page in order to support me accordingly. I guess we've talked song. You can talk about the Royal Institute of British Architects Sterling Prize now. Bye.